Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sian. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more. There are loads of different types of video on this channel. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. And if you do subscribe, please make sure you click on the bell so you get a notification when I upload a video. That way you won't miss one. I'm here today to talk to you about Airbnb and my top tips for being a superhost. I've been a superhost with Airbnb for just over a year now. The B&B itself has been on Airbnb for 3 years now, I think, and in that time I've learnt some valuable information, so I thought I'd share it with you. There are 4 different things that Airbnb measure you on as to whether or not you can become a superhost. The first is commitment, the second is your response rate, the third is your reviews, and the fourth is your commitment. So I'm going to just go into a bit more depth of each of those and tell you how I do those and how I think it would help you. The first element of a superhost is your hosting experience, and you have to have hosted at least 10 trips over the year in order to kind of qualify for that part of the superhost. And that should be quite easy. If you run a B&B, then you're going to be getting people most weekends, so it should be quite easy to get 10 trips in. We probably have about 3 or 4 Airbnb guests a month, maybe more. In the summer we've had more, certainly in September we've probably had 5 or 6, but it should be quite easy to get those 10 trips in. Number 2 is your response rate. This needs to be at 90%, which is pretty high. So you need to be responding to every single query that comes in, every booking request, everything that comes in either on your computer or on your phone, you can respond to really quickly. One of the great things about Airbnb is that they also send it you by text, so you can actually deal with it just by text if you didn't want to download the app. However, I would say if you want to be a superhost, you really need to download the app. You need to have it with you, you need to have your phone on the go, you need to be responding to people as and when you can, and you need to respond quickly and efficiently and in as friendly a way as possible. Just think about how you would like to receive a response. You want it to be friendly, you don't want it to just be like, yes, we have availability. And also, if there's anything extra you need to explain to your guests, like for example in our house we might have other guests staying at the same time, they need to know that because they might think they're booking the whole place. So you need to make people very, very aware of exactly what they're going to be getting with their stay. Another thing about the response rate, what you can do if you're going on holiday or something, you can snooze your listing, which means that your listing doesn't show up in any search results for the week or so that you're away. So when we go away on holiday, I snooze the listing and I don't have to worry about the fact that I'm actually not around, because Airbnb won't send through any inquiries during that time, and I find that really useful because otherwise it's quite hard to actually properly switch off when you're actually meant to be on holiday. Number 3 is 5-star reviews. At least 80% of your reviews need to be 5-star reviews. That is pretty high. I would say that during people's stay, you need to make them feel at home, you need to make them feel welcome, they need to have some home comforts around. For us, we have a really nice guest lounge that people can sit in, they can all relax together. We light fires for people. We like to make it feel as homely as possible, but we also don't want to intrude on people who are on their holiday. You know, we don't want to be kind of part of that. We want to kind of respect their privacy as well, obviously, so we're not just going to go like hang out and chat with them. But when they do arrive, I do chat to them, I do find out where they're from, things about them, and generally kind of at breakfast when I'm serving stuff, I will kind of have a quick chat to them about their plans, what they intend to do. Be really helpful basically. If they are going to go out on a walk, recommend a really good route for them to go out on, recommend good pubs, recommend good sites that they can go and see. Just be as helpful and as open as possible, because that's going to make their experience better and also yours as well. Hopefully then you're going to be getting a few more 5-star reviews, which obviously is exactly what you want. You want people to be enjoying their stay enough that they will give you a 5-star review. What's great about Airbnb is the private feedback section. So a guest can give you private feedback that doesn't show up in their review. I think it makes people more likely to give you a better review, but then they might say to you, oh, by the way, the light bulb didn't work, or the door was squeaky, or the lock didn't shut properly. Little things that I actually wouldn't know without somebody telling me, but it makes a difference between kind of a bad review and a good review, and it also means they've kind of fed that back to you and we can then action it and we can fix the thing that they said was wrong. So that's really, really good about Airbnb. Number 4 is your commitment, and that's your commitment to your reservations. So you shouldn't be cancelling reservations that have already been confirmed. I haven't ever had to do it, but obviously Airbnb understand that there can be extenuating circumstances which might mean that someone has to cancel a reservation. Thankfully Airbnb have quite a good way of helping their customers if that does happen, especially if that happens at the last minute. But from the point of being a Superhost, you absolutely shouldn't be cancelling any reservations that have been made with you. That completely destroys the trust between you and the people who wanted to stay here, and obviously it doesn't bode well because it also destroys your trust with Airbnb, because they won't want people to book with you if you're going to be cancelling bookings. So just make sure, if you do have to cancel a booking, and I haven't had to in 3 years, so it's quite unlikely that you would have to, but it must be an extenuating circumstance. It must be something that's kind of extraordinary for you to have to cancel that reservation. Right, that's it. Those are my tips for being an Airbnb Superhost. I hope that maybe this inspired you to host people in your home, or if you've already got a B&B, to get yourself on Airbnb, because there's a lot of revenue on there that you could be missing out on. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to, then please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Alright, bye!